Y'all don't know nothing about this. Nothing. Breath still smelling like Similac. Nope, don't Google it. Don't use Shazam. No Shazam, no Google, none of that.
Ain't there something I can give you in exchange for everything you gave to me? Read my mind, you make me feel just fine when I think my peace of mind is out of reach. The scales are sometimes unbalanced, and you bear the weight of all that has to be.
She's killing this shit.
I hope you see that you can lean on me, and together we can calm the stormy seas. We love so strong and so unselfishly, and I tell you now that I made a vow, I'm giving you the best that I've got, baby. Yes, I tell you now that I made a vow, I'm giving you the best that I've got.
Anita's the illest.
Honey, everybody's got opinions about the way they think our story's gonna end. Some folks feel it's just a superficial thrill. Everybody's gonna have to think again.
Man, Anita killed this joint. This is one of my favorite songs ever. This is especially one of my favorite Anita. Caught up in the rapture and all that. But this one right here, the way she sung this fucking song, man, salute to the legendary Anita Baker, man. You know, there may be some sort of, connection with us in terms of, my relation to her, you know what I'm saying? So they say. So my family says I'm like somewhat related to Anita Baker, but that has nothing to do with why I think she's amazing. She is just one of the most unique, such a sultry voice, jazzy, but R&B, soulful and sultry at the same time. The sort of lower register of her voice, I think, is unique. Her and like Toni Braxton, I think, are like the greatest at that. But the part of this song that I thought was one of the illest transitions from the bridge back into the verse, I think that this part of the song is one of the illest transitions from bridge to verse in history right here. How she did this?
Listen, baby,
Yeah.
somebody understands you. Somebody gave his hand to me. I stumbled my whole life long, always on my own. Now I'm home, and my weary mind is rested.
Come on, man. Come on, man. With the I'm always, I ain't even gonna try to do it, but then my weary mind is arrested. The way that she hit that high note and then she smoothed it out with that little jazzy, sultry transition. Nasty. This is one of my favorite songs. I listened to this song. Why am I playing Anita Baker on a J. Cole Legacy video? It's because this is what I do, man. Right before I shoot videos, just to kind of bring y'all into my world. I typically have R&B playing, you know what I'm saying? I'll have some R&B joints playing. I got my water with me and all that shit. So, I like to play R&B. R&B and hip-hop, I love them equally. Sometimes I love R&B more depending on what stage I'm in and what mood I'm in. I can love R&B more. Sometimes I love hip-hop more. But R&B is just, man, I wish there was more of a demand for R&B on YouTube because I would love to do more R&B reactions. But for those of you who are curious, shout out to, the people who love R&B. But that was Anita Baker. Giving You the Best That I Got is one of the greatest songs ever made, in my opinion. Shout out to Anita Baker. Now, getting into Legacy, this is probably I've heard the whole album at this point with J. Cole. Probably my most played song right now. You know what I'm saying? Probably my most played song. I just keep going back to this song because I think it was so beautifully crafted melodically. I think some of J. Cole's best pinned melodies, I think, in his entire catalog. I thought him switching from melody to rapping to the acoustic guitar to then how he stacked the melodic vocals in this and what he was actually talking about this in Legacy and sort of the love of his life and not being ready, fear sort of missing out on his sowing his royal oats, as we like to say. So let's get into it though, man. Like I said, we're gonna slow cook it. We're gonna slow cook the J. Cole album. I think this album is very dope. It's definitely album of the year right now for me. And, J. Cole's a big dog, man. He deserves it, man. Let's get to it. J. Cole, Legacy.
I know you got a lot of demons clogging up your past. I can do some cleaning up for you, but I know we won't last past the winter time. Cause summer's coming and a nigga trying to hit a dime or two. But come next fall, I'm finding you and we can do it all again.
But that's so hilarious, though. J. Cole saying, and I know you won't last past the winter time because summer's coming. It was a thing when we were younger, and I hate to say this, but it was a thing when we were growing up where, it was called cuffing season, where you would in the wintertime, you would try to find somebody to kind of just that'd be your girl. And then next thing you know, when summertime came around and then sundress season came around, you know what I'm saying? And you start seeing women outside with tight dresses and skimpy clothing and all that. Then it was like, whoever your winter shorty was, see ya. That's horrible. I'm not saying I approve of that, but I am saying that is a thing. I just wanted to point that out. So he said, I'm trying to hit a dime or two. I ain't got time to be locked up with you. Thank you, though. Thank you for the winter loving. You know what I mean? But it's time to, to make that transition, man. It's sundress season out here, man.
And a nigga trying to hit a dime or two, but come next fall, I'm finding you and we can do it all again. My niggas call it legacy. A fear that the best days I've had are not ahead of me. And cause of that, I'm searching for the one that got away from me.
It's interesting that he's using the word legacy, and then he said, my dudes call it legacy. I fear that the best days I've had are not ahead of me. I fear that it's all downhill from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to take advantage of this newfound fame, this newfound sort of attention that I'm getting from women, right? He's 29. I think he mentioned later on in this song that he's on a tour bus going to Greyhound, going to A-Town. A-Town is a live city. It's a premier city in this country, man. We know what's going on at A-Town. You know what I'm saying? With the strip clubs and all that. So he's just like, I'm scared. I can't miss out. Even though I have this amazing woman in front of me that I feel like could really be the one, I just gotta sow these royal oats, man. I gotta make sure that I don't look back on life, look back when I'm older and say, damn, you know what I'm saying? I missed the opportunity. Again, not saying I approve or what's right or what's wrong, but I love the honesty here, right? And I think a lot of young men can relate to what he's talking about.
Fall, I'm finding you and we can do it all again. My niggas call it legacy. A fear that the best days I've had are not ahead of me. And cause of that, I'm searching for the one that got away from me. So busy looking back that I can't see what God has made for me. And I be texting you. I'm trying to find the one who got away from me. Yeah, I'm still texting you. Hey, I'm trying to find the one who got away. Commitment issues, I can't even decide what's for dinner. Pardon these selfish flows. I need a Yelp for hoes. I need to read reviews. Some of the evil that I seen you do is unbelievable. Menopause shit, inconceivable. Tennis ball shit, causing that racket outside my mama's house. What's it all about? Guess it's a thin line between love and hate. The love we make is temporary, like this lovely place I'm living in. Wait, that's contemporary. Never mind, I'm tripping in. But then again, it's hard to settle it.
The way he was going in and out, that pocket right there. Let me pull that back. Never mind, I'm tripping in. Never mind, that's contemporary. I'm tripping in. Right in there? Come on, man.
What's it all about? Guess it's a thin line between love and hate. The love we make is temporary, like this lovely place I'm living in. Wait, that's contemporary. Never mind, I'm tripping in. But then again, it's hard to settle in.
Wait, that's contemporary, but never mind, I'm tripping in. But then again, right in there? You know what I'm saying? What'd he say? Because the evil that I seen you do is unbelievable. Menopause shit. Inconceivable tennis ball shit, causing that racket outside my mama's house. So you know what I'm saying? So, to play on, obviously use a racket to hit a tennis ball, but racket making, being noisy and loud and obnoxious, probably screaming, come outside, J. Cole, because you broke her heart. You was playing games with her, probably ghosted her, did some fuck shit. But anyways, he started this verse off by saying commitment issues. I can't even decide what's for dinner, I can't decide what's for dinner, let alone who I want to be who I want to commit to, right? Then he said, pardon these selfish flows. I needed Yelp for hoes. Part of the reason why I struggled with commitment was because of the fear of maybe getting into a relationship with someone that probably didn't have my best interest, probably was grimy, that I, just not under the fear of the unknown, right? I needed Yelp for hoes. What do we use Yelp for? It's a website that you go on to. You want to see reviews of restaurants and places, right? So I need to read. He specifically said I need to read reviews. I need to know who you are, what's going on with you. Hold on, right? That's part of his fear of commitment, right? Because some of the evil that I seen you do is unbelievable. Menopause shit, you know what I mean? So, because some of the evil that I seen you do is inconceivable. Menopause shit. So men will pause, right? But also menopause, which is a stage, something that women go through where their body changes and their mood changes, right? Maybe potentially he's saying that they can be evil. Like, it's menopause shit, man. You going through menopause. You going through some metamorphosis, evil metamorphosis on your boy, you know what I'm saying? But also it'll make you pause. Men will pause. I think it's a play on words there. And then obviously the causing a racket outside my mama house. What's that all about? Then he said, I guess it's a thin line between love and hate. Right? It's a thin line between love and hate, right? That line is very thin. You can be in love with someone, and then next thing you know, the person that you love, those feelings are so strong, it can easily turn to hatred, right? Because you put your heart on the line. So he's saying that's the reason why he's scared of commitment, because he doesn't want to put his heart on the line to be destroyed, and then that can turn him into some hateful person towards this person that he once loved, right? So, again, as J. Cole has always done, man, the ability to make something sort of relatable, the willingness to be vulnerable about, who he was and where he was at this stage of his life. Because this is the sort of the 29 disc, right? Where he was around 29 years old and he's reflecting on where he was at that time. I even like the way he started it, right? I think he brings this back later on in the song when he said, rolling around in Lincoln Town cars on our way to the spot, passing a bottle, wishing I found a way to make time stop, right? Intoxicated, riding with gangsters with their hammers on cots. You know what I'm saying? Infatuated because I know deep down that they're everything that I'm not. What rapper says some shit like that ever? What rapper is vulnerable enough and honest enough to say that? I think the ego of rappers, right? The ego of anyone really, but to be a rapper and to admit, I'm intoxicated, right? I'm riding around in Lincoln Town cars, you know what I mean? But I'm riding around with dudes that I know are on some gangster shit, right? When he says hammers on cock, he's talking about guns, cock, locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? So I'm this dude that I'm infatuated with them, right? It's sort of a dopamine hit. You know what I mean? Because I know that they're everything that I'm not. I'm not built like that. I'm not on that type of time. So it's like a moth to a flame, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm sort of the outsider guy that's just attracted to the allure of the streets. But he was 29 at this time, right? He was a young man. And that's part of this sort of his growth phase, right? Like I'm riding around with gangsters. I'm just, my hormones are out of control. I'm getting attention from women. I'm just getting lit in rap. I need to, I'm ready. I'm ready to be outside. You know what I'm saying? So again, I love how he's just describing where he was, again, how he reflected on it.
I was for dinner, pardon these selfish flows. I needed Yelp for hoes. I need to read reviews. Cause some of the evil that I seen you do is unbelievable. Menopause shit, inconceivable. Tennis ball shit, causing that racket outside my mama house. What's it all about? Guess it's a thin line between love and hate. The love we make is temporary, like this lovely place I'm living in. Wait, that's contemporary, never mind, I'm tripping in. But then again, it's hard to settle in this modern era. We could be as tight as that dress you barely fitting in. But my fear of missing out has got me on a trip again. Riding to that A-Town, tour bus, no Greyhound. My lust is profound, your trust just breaks down. Your heart don't glue back, quiet right. My heart is too black, like white flight to push them people to the suburbs. Now they want their city back, so they raise the rent and the property tax. Why I feel like in a few years I'll relate to that. Knowing I let you go and regretting that fact. Cause I done spent so long playing games and holding back from giving all of me, too scared that I won't get it back. And yes,
just love it, man. When J. Cole just is very honest with his feelings, I think that this is like his superpower. I think J. Cole's superpower is his humility and his relatability. And I think when he leans in, the more he leans into that, the more I think that it shows why I think he's special. When he said specifically, again, him talking about being infatuated with being around gangsters, I know that they're everything that I'm not. He also said in a Winter Storm freestyle that he was self-conscious being around gangsters. Again, something that I think a lot of people, whether they're feeling it, probably wouldn't admit that because they don't want to look like they're soft. They don't want to look like, corny or whatever the case may be. But he's willing to admit that, right? And then he says, my lust is profound. You know what I'm saying? Your heart just breaks down. Your heart don't glue back quite right. My heart is too black like white flight. When he's talking about white flight, he's talking about sort of white people moving out to the suburbs. As the urban areas became more concentrated with black people, white people said, absolutely not. They moved out to the suburbs. But he's also saying that those same people are now sort of like when we're talking about gentrification, coming back to reclaim some of those areas, coming back to move into some of those areas. He's sort of using the analogy that they sort of regretted. They didn't realize what they had. They didn't realize this sort of urban infrastructure is a beautiful thing, right? So they're coming back to what they missed out on. So he's using that analogy as it relates to his love life, like white people moving away from urban centers but coming back to it, written because they realize that this is something amazing. Well, same thing with him. He's outside, he's having fun. He even says here that he ends up regretting it, but he's going to A-Town, on a tour bus, and he's trying to, fulfill his lustful urges. But he's starting to reflect on the fact that, man, you know what? Maybe I missed out on someone that was amazing for me. Too busy chasing dopamine hits, right? Trying to ride around with gangsters with their hammers on cocked and chasing women around when I had someone right in front of me the entire time that I ignored, right? But again, just the vulnerability in admitting, I did my dirt. I was a womanizer. And he also admitted here that, my heart was too black, right? He had a cold heart. He wasn't thinking about anyone else but himself. He was selfish, right? I think he started the song like he said, pardon these selfish flows. You know what I'm saying? I was selfish. My heart was black. Then your heart don't glue back quite right. That's his way of saying, what I did to you is something you probably won't ever truly heal from, right? Or something that's going to take a very long time for you to heal from because your heart's not gluing back. It's not as whole as it used to be. So, I'm probably partially responsible for you being jaded as it relates to any future dealings with men. You know what I'm saying? So all of that in there, I think is beautiful writing. Love how this beat dropped when it came in. Just love this song, man.
2 years I relate to that, knowing I let you go and regretting that fact. Cause I done spent so long playing games and holding back from giving all of me, too scared that I won't get it back. And yes, I'm well aware I rhyme the word back with back, cause that's exactly the direction that I'm tired of looking at. And that's why I be texting you.
Listen to this.
I'm trying to find the one who got away from me.
He sung his ass. If you really pay attention to how these vocals are stacked, yes, the vocals are stacked, right? He's got the sort of the baritone and he has the mid octave and then the high octave there. Like if you listen to how he sung this, you can like J. Cole can sing a little bit though. Listen to how he stacked these vocals right here.
Texting you. I'm trying to find the one who got away from.
So it's like I'm trying to find the right. Just the way he stacked with understanding, obviously harmony in this, I just think sounds so good. But I'm trying to find the one that got away from me, right? To fulfill my legacy. This could be sort of a hip hop play as well. Obviously, the theme of the album is him going back and sort of reclaiming his love for hip hop and reigniting his love for hip hop and going back to his hometown and getting back in touch with his origins. So this song could be sort of a double meaning there. I think it more so for the most part has everything to do with him realizing that he was the love of his life was right in front of him the entire time and he was playing with her heart. I'm assuming this is about his now wife. I'm not sure, but the way he stacked these vocals, I just can't stop listening to it, man.
Direction that I'm tired of looking at. And that's why I be texting you. I'm trying to find the one who got away from me. Texting you. Hey, I'm trying to find the one who got away. Yeah, rolling around in Lincoln Town, cars on our way to the stop, passing a bottle, wishing I found a way to
run that back. Yeah, run that back. Shout out to T-Minus. Who made the beat, man? Shout out to motherfucker T-Minus again. Hollywood JB, Luca, Billy, Mook on the beats, man. The beat. The way first of all, the way he came in on the beat as it dropped back in and just the way it felt and how it hit when it dropped back in is so nasty right here.
texting you, texting you. Hey, I'm trying to find you. Who got away? Yeah. Rolling around in the town cars on our way to the stop, passing a bottle. Wishing I found a way to these non-stop, intoxicated. Running with gangsters with their hammers on cock. I'm infatuated, cause I know deep down that they everything that I'm not. And I'm still texting you, texting you.
Just hit me back when you get this. I'll be in town for a little while.
And I'll be texting you, texting you.
Here we go.
Call me when you wanna fly, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell you all the reasons why, yeah, yeah, yeah. Youngest turning old, yeah, yeah, yeah. Summer's turning into snow, yeah, yeah, yeah. Memories and lullabies, yeah, yeah, yeah. Floating in a lonely sky.
The way this boy stacked them vocals right here, stop. I hope that y'all not sleeping. Y'all better not be sleeping. The way he stacked these vocals is nasty, man. To be real with you, man, there's not many situations where many times that I've heard J. Cole play with melody that, you know, and I felt turned off from it. You know what I mean? For the most part, J. Cole usually nails melodic elements, man. I feel like he knows his limits, and I think he just chooses very good structure, you know what I mean? And very good notes for the songs. They almost always enhance the song, but listen to how he stacked the different octaves here, man. Oh, the notes.
Texting you, texting you. Call me when you wanna fly, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell you all the reasons why, yeah, yeah, yeah. Youngest turning old, yeah, yeah, yeah. Summer's turning into snow, yeah, yeah.
Summer's turning into snow, yeah, yeah, yeah. Summer's turning into snow, yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, the way, the way, and then it gets high, right? And then he hits the higher pitch as it comes in later, right? Let me pull it back. But it comes in and then he, the way he hit that, that boy right there.
Call me when you wanna fly, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell you all the reasons why, yeah, yeah, yeah. Youngest turning old, yeah, yeah, yeah. Summer's turning into snow, yeah, yeah, yeah. Memories and lullabies, yeah, yeah, yeah. Floating in a lonely sky, yeah, yeah, yeah. When the weather's getting cold, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the one I wanna hold, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, he killed that. He killed that. And this right here. All of this is just beautiful, man. Right here. And what he say? Even back then, we knew what road to choose. All of this, man, melodically is just some of his best shit to me.
Cold, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the one I wanna hold, yeah, 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 yeah.
Even back then, we knew what road to choose. There's been so much time, and there's that much more to lose. Even back then, we knew what road to choose. There's been so much time, and there's that much more to lose.
Yeah, this was beautiful, man. Beautiful and real. I love the way he ended it when he got into the part that I'm obsessed with, the sort of stacking of the vocals at the end when he said, you know, call me when you want to fly, you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. When he's trying to fly her back out, I'm assuming. Tell you all the reasons why. I tell you all the reasons why. You know, I mean, I'll explain to you, you know, where I was at and why I may have did you dirty. You know what I'm saying? Again, probably trying to plead his case, you know what I mean, to get back into her life, right? Then he said, summer's turning into snow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think there's a multiple meaning there. I think summer's turning into snow, right? I think that that's his way of saying time's elapsing. Summer is turning into snow. First it's summer, then it's fall, then it's winter, and then, you know, back to spring, right? And I think also summer's turning into snow could mean he's aging, right? His beard is getting gray, like time is elapsing, right? He specifically said youngins turning into old. I'm getting older now. You know what I'm saying? Youngins turning into old. I'm getting old. Summer's turning into snow. Time's elapsing. When the weather's getting cold, you're the one I want to hold. When the weather's getting cold, I think that's a multiple meaning there as well. When as time's elapsing, as I grow older, you're the one that I've realized I want to spend my life with. But also when times get hard, the coldness is representing the difficult times, right? You're the one that I want to hold. You're the one that I want to be there for me, and I want to be there for you when times get hard. You know what I'm saying? So beautiful. I want to go back to that. Like, I can't help it, man. I want to go back to when he was stacking them vocals. The call me when you wanna, right in there. Is it here?
No, yeah, yeah,
Pull that back.
Call me when you wanna fly. the sky, yeah, yeah, yeah. When the weather's
Yeah, I need to hear
getting cold,
isolation of this
yeah,
track.
yeah, yeah. You're the one I wanna hold, yeah, 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 yeah.
And shout out to PJ too on the outro. Shout out to PJ on this outro too. I love the way he sung this.
There's been so much time and there's that much more to lose. Even back then, we know what's wrong with you. There's been so much time and there's that much more to lose.
Yeah, this shit right here. This shit right here. This is my most played song right now, man. You know, like this is. I love Poor Thing. I love Her Again Is Fire. Safety's up there. All the songs that I've reacted to. 39 intro. But I have gone back to this song by far the most. I just can't stop playing it. I just think, but I'm a. Like I started this video off playing Anita Baker, man. I am an R&B hip hop head. So anytime you can incorporate hip hop and R&B, you're always going to be at an advantage with me because I've grown to appreciate melody. My entire life has been sort of infused with blues, and I like music in general. I am a music I'm a music lover. I can enjoy R&B, rock, blues, jazz. I can enjoy it all. So when I see sort of a melding of genres pulled off very well, I'm always going to appreciate that. That's why I appreciate 39 intro so much, because I felt like there was sort of maybe a slight psychedelic vibe to that, right? Indie rock feel to it, with sort of then a 3 6 Mafia Memphis sort of hip hop thumping beat that came in later. So I'm like, oh, it feels more musically inclined to me. It piques my attention, probably more so than, just someone who's just strictly on hip hop. But the way he infused melody, I think this is one of his best melodic performances. So I've said J. Cole has had some of his best scheming on this album. This is one of his best melodic performances, I think, and he rapped very well. I think the meaning behind this is a bit more profound than some of the other songs that Poor Thing and 39 intro. I think 39 intro and Poor Thing were more about just showing skill and scheming, which I think is great. But this one, what he was saying, I love the way he's talked about a young man going through it, man. Admitting that he was selfish. There's a point in time, he's 29 years old. He's getting his first taste of fame. He's receiving an abnormal amount of attention from women. You know what I mean? Not just the normal hot guy in college, not the fly dude in college. We're talking about a famous rapper, 29, getting money. You know what I mean? Everywhere he goes, every club he goes to, every restaurant he walks in, every hotel he's going to is women, right? Going backstage, women, you can only imagine. So he just admitted like he was selfish. He wanted to, he was sort of ignoring someone that was probably the best person for him. I'm assuming his wife, that not probably was the best person for him. And just wanted to sow his royal oats because he was scared of missing out. It was intoxicating. And this song gives me a warm feeling, man. It gave me a little warm feeling when I hear it. It's just, I felt the emotion. I felt the warmth of this song, man. That's the main thing. And I just think it was very, very well written and executed and structured as a song, all the way from the muffled beginning and then how the beat built, bringing the acoustic guitar in. I'm texting you when you heard the acoustic guitar in the background. Again, when it comes to songwriting, I can't say it enough. That is all a part of songwriting. Even the intro with PJ, right? After J. Cole hits you with the melody, this beautiful stacked melody here where, memories and lullabies, yeah, all that. Then we have this outro with PJ who has this sort of unique high-pitched voice. Even back then we were more than you, right? All of these melodic sort of changes in the music, right? Just your ear is constantly being sort of introduced to smooth, slick melodies, in addition to the rapping. And then again, it's contemporary, but then again, and him again, all that shit. The scheming in this as well was really nice. Not as crazy as some of the other songs, but still tastefully done. A very well composed, complete song. Quite frankly, probably my favorite song to listen to right now on the album, man. So just wanted to play that one. Didn't get a lot of requests for it. So I had to throw a wrench in the game. Like, I don't know. Y'all might need to go back to this one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might need to go back to it. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, shout out to everybody that requested Legacy. Slow cooking the J. Cole Fall Off album. I'm having a good time with it. You guys seem to be enjoying it too. Hopefully I'm not like boring y'all. Like I know some people are kind of waiting for me to get to other stuff. We ain't got nothing but time, guys. We ain't got nothing but time. Relax. We gonna get there. I'm gonna get to all these other artists. I'm gonna start doing some commentary videos as well. You know, we gonna get to all that. You know, but I'm enjoying the fall off. So, but that's it, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is George with Rhyme Rate. I'm out.